Well, good morning and welcome to another day here at Daryllorette Cafe. I'm your host, Daryllorette. Well, it's starting off to be a fine morning. It's currently 39 degrees with some light rain. And as usual, I just came from the kitchen, fixed myself a big bowl of oatmeal, a couple of chopped bananas, and a cup of green tea. And right now, I'm going to have my breakfast. So pull up a chair and join me if you like. Well, I've been up now. I think I woke up at 3 o'clock for some reason. Couldn't sleep anymore. So I'm a little cranky right now because I was hoping to sleep until about 4. But for some reason, the gods would not allow it. So not much interesting happened yesterday. I went and did my laundry. It was raining again yesterday. I took my camera with me. And for I think the third time in a row, I took photos at the laundromat and uploaded them to, I took 21 photos, uploaded them to Flickr and Facebook, and I think I've taken I shot a photo of just about everything and anything in the laundromat, like the garbage can, the chairs, the lights on the ceiling, the doors of the dryers, the washers, the dryers themselves, the whole place. I've got it photographed. It's like you could probably make a map out of all the photographs that I've taken and make a small little model of it. It's insane. I gotta find a way to stop taking my camera to the laundromat. There's nothing there left to take a photo of. It's crazy. But I kind of hope that the sun will come up in the morning. And on the way back, I might get to take some photos, but so far we're just getting nothing but rain. We're getting nothing but rain. Precipitation. Well, I'm not feeling very energetic this morning. I did some blogging already. Blogged a few videos and whatnot. Ooh, another car. That's 2. I feel like taking the day off today. I feel kind of just tired, you know. It's another month where I gotta track down the caretaker or the property manager in order to pay the rent, which is really emotionally exhausting, you know. I don't understand these people and how they work. It makes no sense. They apparently have their own business, but where I come from, it's not the way you run a business. Your customers don't come first. You don't come at all. I say it's a pretty sad day when you're running your own business and it gets to the point where you're quote unquote so successful that you can afford to turn away business. Now that's a sad, sad day for anybody running a business. You know, you can never, no matter how successful you are at running a business, you are never in a position to turn away business, to turn your nose up at it. And instead of scaring up business, you're scaring it away. It's like, what do you got to hide? I've pretty much had it with this club I belong to. I mean, I'm being treated like a child. I'm being taught like I was an infant, being spoon-fed little bits of information, just enough to keep me going, like, you know, being fed like I was like a child, you know, not treating me like a grown adult, you know. So I can't deal with people who want to do that. You know, it's just you know, I'm not going to pay somebody to treat me that way. It's like, you know, if that's the way you want to run your business, fine, but you know, I'm not having anything to do with you. I honestly don't see how people survive running a business that way. It just makes no sense. And anybody dumb enough to pay them to stay in business is just dumb. I mean, you can't see through that. It's just so obvious that you know, all you can do is hope that they'll catch on sooner or later and say, hey, I'm not paying you money to treat me like garbage. My family treated me like that, I would, you know, say, see you later. Adios. So if you know, if I'm not going to put up with my family doing that, then I'm not going to put up with the strangers doing it. I guess I've just had it up to here, and I'm not going to take it anymore. Well, I watched Coronation Street last night, and they killed off another character. I haven't been watching it that much lately because I think the writers of the show are very sadistic. They're constantly, like, in reality, I don't think anything could possibly happen to that extent to so few people living in such a small area of the United Kingdom. I mean, it's a nightmare. This Coronation Street, you know, if it was real and reality, it would be a nightmare for these things to be happening happening constantly to these people. I mean, apparently Gail got married to this Joe guy, and Joe's being hunted down by some loan shark that he owed some money to, and it's getting deeper and deeper in debt because he can't pay him. So finally come up with this scheme where he was going to pull a runner and leave Gail kind of holding the bag. And while he was doing this, he wound up taking his boat out. He was going to take his boat out, and he took his boat out and left Gail there at the dock. Took his boat out, and he hurt his wrist while he was wrestling with her because she was trying to prevent him from going. She thought there would be another solution to the problem. He had his mind made up, and he was going to pull this disappearing act. And so he was going to take his boat out and then pretend to drown. And she was supposed to call the police and report him. It was more of an insurance scam that he wanted to pull off, and she wasn't interested. But he went ahead with it anyway, and wound up. First he lost his dinghy. I think he was drinking on the boat. Lost his little dinghy that he was going to use and sink it later. Brought a little survival pack with him, and he wound up falling in the water. And apparently right now it's February, and so he's probably in the water long enough to catch hypothermia. He manages to swim to the boat and hang on to the side, but he's got no strength to pull himself into the boat, and he just sinks underneath the water and drowns pretty much, I guess. And the show ended like that, and it was like, I got so, I'm like getting so tired of watching characters get killed off like this. It's just, I remember one time they killed off an entire family in the course of a year. It's just totally brutal. So I think the writers are just crazy. But it's a soap opera, and that's what you get on a soap opera. But it's far, far from reality. There's no way stuff like this would happen in real life to such a small little group of people. It's just too terrible. At least I hope not. Holy cow. Anyway, that's it for me today. This is Daryl here at Daryll Cafe. Not a happy camper. So until tomorrow, let's hope tomorrow will be a nicer day than today, because my voice is going on me and everything. My God, I'm having all kinds of problems. I'm having my own soap opera right here. Okay, we'll see you next time. So long.